Hi video diary. I hope everybody's preparations for Christmas are going okay. I think we've got everything we need to for the kids. I'm getting I get paid tomorrow, so we're gonna Maria and I can get our presents for each other tomorrow, which is good. Yeah, the last few days or for a few days in a row, I was getting real serious pain in my stomach. I think I've tracked it down to something. I kind of normally, I've mentioned I take a variety of different medication for my various HD symptoms. So I have, different times a day I take different pills, and in the morning I take a few pills. I've got a little alarm that goes off for my morning medication, and I take that. Now if I get up at that time, I take the medication that I need to and have my breakfast and proceed to get ready. And what I've done is I think because I've been quite tired, I've not been getting out of bed. I've been sleeping longer, but I've been taking the medication. So I was taking the medication when the alarm would go off. I would take my medication and go back to bed and go back to sleep until I was ready to get up. And I was essentially being woken up by quite a strong pain in my stomach. And I think it's because I was taking this medication without food, and I was just basically letting it sit as it will sit in my stomach, but try and digest, go into my bloodstream before I've had anything to eat. And probably because also with that and the fact that my body was going back to bed, I hadn't woken up properly, so my metabolism was still slow and asleep, and so the drugs were just sort of sitting around and not getting pumped around the body and all those sorts of things. So I think the combination of that kind of stuff was causing, the side effect was that I was having this pain. So what I've been doing, now I'm cognizant of that fact. I've not taken my morning medication until I've got up for breakfast. So instead of just taking it and going back to sleep, I've waited till I've actually physically got out of bed, come downstairs, have my breakfast, then have the pill, have the morning medication, and I haven't had the problem since. So yeah, it's probably a combination of making sure I take it with food, but also when I'm active and my metabolism's woken up and things. The medication in question is an antidepressant called citalopram. Whether that affects it, I don't know. So don't know if anybody else is having any sort of similar effects, but you might want to, if anybody else is having that is suffering in the morning because of that, bear in mind, if it's important to take your medication with food, but also not take it and go straight back to bed again. You need to wake up properly before you take it, otherwise it doesn't get to do its job properly, and it may actually do you a bit of harm. Anyway.